Hi everyone, I'm going to go over Tuesdays and Wednesdays warm-up today. So Tuesday's objective was I can write a proportion to solve scale drawing questions, and the question says the drawing of the building shown below has a scale of 1 inch to 30 feet. Remember that is where you write your first fraction, so it would be 1 inch over 30 feet, and they want to know what is the actual height in feet of the building. So if we're talking about height, we're going to be using this measurement, 1.25 inches. So we do 1.25 inches, and then over that goes x feet. So we actually don't need that piece. That's talking about the width, and nothing here is talking about the width. So from there you cross multiply. 1 times x is 1x equals 30 times 1.25, which is 37.5. And of course, if you divide that by 1, you get x is equal to 37.5 feet. Letter C. All right, today's warm-up Wednesday. I can review all questions regarding percentages. So a recycling plant processes an average of one-third ton of glass each minute. At approximately what rate does the recycling plant process glass in tons per day? And 1 day is 24 hours. So we know 1/3 ton per 1 minute, and we want to know what rate does the recycling plant process in tons per day. So actually, I'm not going to do a proportion for this. I'm just going to use my knowledge of unit conversion. So 1/3 ton and 1 is per minute. Oops. And you need to do times 60 minutes would give me 1 hour. So if I do 1/3 times 60, that gives me 20 tons per hour, but we need tons per day. So then from there we do times 60, or no, not 60, 24, because 24 hours in a day. So 20 times 24 is equal to 480, so letter C. Today's lesson is about percentages. So we have four different types of examples. So let me get to it. So example 1 is what is 24% of 122? This is a percent proportion question. So if you remember, is over of, or part over whole is equal to percent over 100. So in this case, what is 24% of 122? We have a percentage, so that's going to go on top of 100, and this is of 122, so the of goes below. Then from there you cross multiply, 100 times x, 100x, 24 times 122 is 2,928, divided by 100, and x is equal to 20, well, I guess we have to round here. 29.28, obviously, so 29.28, well, we'll just leave it like that, I guess we don't have to round. All right, so that is a percent proportion question. Example 2, Amy lives in California and bought a pair of shorts for $27 before tax. The sales tax in California is 7.25%. How much tax did Amy pay on her shorts? So this is a markup, markdown type question. Because this is tax, this is considered markup. But letter A is just talking about how much tax. So we're going to do this in 2 steps. So first you find your percent, 7.25, and you change it to a decimal, by dividing by 100. So you end up with 0.0725. Step 1, done. Then from here, you would decide whether you'd add or subtract 1, but in this case, we're not going to because we're looking for the amount of tax. So we're just going to multiply that by 27. So 27 times 0.0725, you get, we're going to round in terms of money here, 1.96, so $1.96. So what was Amy's total? From here, well, there's two ways you could do it. I'll show you the easy way. She had $27, and then you're adding the $1.96. So $28.96 is her total. So if you wanted to just jump from here to here, you could use your knowledge of markup and markdown, which would look like this. So you would end up with 0.0725, and because it's a markup, you'd add 1, and you do 1.0725. Then you'd multiply that by 27, and you'd get the same thing, 28.96, but it doesn't give you the amount of tax. So you'd have to go ahead and subtract the total minus the original to get the 196. So however you want to do it, that is up to you. You could also use the percent proportion to find this too. But again, so many ways to find percents. I'll let you guys decide. All right, example 3. So Jessie bought a new phone. The phone was originally $798, but Jessie's mom works for the phone company, so she gets 30% discount on every phone. Using his mom's discount, how much money did Jessie save, and what was the total cost for his phone? So, similar to example 2, the discount is a markdown, but we can solve it kind of just how we solved example 2. So Jessie bought a new phone. The phone was originally $798, so 30% discount. So first, change that to a decimal, dividing by 100, or moving the decimal twice to the left, 0.30. Then you multiply that by 798. Now, again, we're not subtracting 1 or adding. You're subtracting from 1 here because you're just looking for the amount of money that Jessie saved. So 0.30 times 798 is $239.40. So that's how much he saved. So now I'm going to do this similar thing, but just using my knowledge of markup, markdown. Okay, I have the 0.30, because this is a markdown. I'm going to subtract from 1, and I get 0.70, and then I'll multiply that by the 798, and 798 times 0.70 is equal to $558.60. So hopefully I'm not confusing you guys, but there are so many ways to get here and to get here. So if you're getting these numbers but doing something completely different, you're probably right, and just stick with what you know. The other way, I just showed you a different way here than I did here, but we could have taken 798 and subtracted the discount of $239.40, and you would have ended up getting that as well. But I showed you this way just, so that you have a variety of ways to choose from. So again, however you want to do it, that's fine, but you need to know what you're doing and make sure you're getting these answers. Okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, so example 4, Jamal went to the florist to buy flowers for his girlfriend. All bouquets were 40% off. Jamal lives in Florida where the sales tax is 6%. How much did Jamal pay for the flowers after the discount and the sales tax? Okay, discount comes first. So I'm reading this and I'm like, where's the amount of money? I don't see the amount of money. Okay, so let's say that the flowers cost $50. Gotta add that in there. All right, so step 1, we're gonna find the amount with discount. So discount is 40% off. So 40% divided by 100 gives me 0.40. Then 0.40, because we're looking for the amount of money he's paying, we're going to subtract that from 1 and to get 0.60. Then we're going to multiply 0.60 times the $50, the original that I just added in. So let's do that. 50 times 0.60, you get 30. So that's how much he's paying with the discount. So discount or discount total. But now we have to apply sales tax. So I get a different color here. So sales tax is similar. So 6 divided by 100, you get 0.06. Because you're paying money for sales tax, you'd add the 1. So 1 plus 0.06 is 1.06. Take not the 50, but the 30. And then we multiply that by 1.06. So 30 times 1.06. And you get $31.80. And that is your total amount. All right, so notice for examples 2 and 3, A and B, let's use my pointer here. For this, we didn't subtract or add from 1 because they're asking for the amount of tax. Same thing with here, we didn't subtract or add from 1 because they're asking for how much money he saved. So in B on example 2 and B in example 3, we could have just added or subtracted 1 like we did here to get the final amount. But because they were asking for the amount of tax, amount of money you saved, we had to skip that step and just multiply, okay? I'm afraid I'm confusing some of you. All right, so whatever we did for discount. Example, you are to try some of these on your own. So number 1 is a discount, so that looks similar to 3. Number 2 looks similar, so let's help you out here. So this is example 3. This looks like example 4. This looks like example 2, and this looks like example 1. Whoops. Okay, so if you need help with any of those, just use what I used for each of those examples, or message me, email me, whatever you guys need to do. I know percents can be somewhat confusing, so all right, good luck.